All right, everyone. Hello, hello, and welcome. How is everybody doing today? I hope I find you well, and I welcome you to Wednesday, January 30th, 2019's full day of streaming. It will be 2 gameplay streams today, and this is my final day of streaming for January. Tomorrow is my day off for the week, where I'll spend some time with Kat and do a lot of errands and the like. So, that being said, today's going to be fun, I feel. Today should be a fun day. There's a lot of variety today. Thank goodness, because there really hasn't been a lot of variety every day on stream for the past couple of weeks. It's been mostly the same kind of gameplay every day. Today we'll mix it up. So today's streams, for the first stream, will be 4 more hours of Kingdom Hearts 3, which I'm very excited for. I played some of this yesterday all day long, and I like the game a lot. My only real criticism of the game so far is that the combat just seems incredibly easy because of too many transformations. The transformations seem to happen far too often and are pretty overpowered. Outside of that, the world design, the story itself, the graphics, all pretty good. And, you know, we're in the midst of the Toy Story world and probably coming to the end of it. And I'm really having a good time with it because Toy Story is one of my favorite Disney movie franchises. And, you know, it's turning out pretty good. I'm really having a good time with it. So I hope that all of you are enjoying it as well. After that, I'm not sure if we're going to be going to Rapunzel's world, which showed up on the world map, or not. But we're definitely getting at least another world in on today's stream. Will we finish another world? I don't know. But we're going to find out, okay? So it's going to be a fun stream today. More Kingdom Hearts 3 goodness. All right. And then tonight, we'll be finishing up Resident Evil 2. We are in the midst of Claire's B-side hardcore run, and we're very near the end of the game. In fact, if I remember correctly, there's only a few more segments and rooms to get through in order to finish up with Claire, and then we get the final boss fight and probably the true ending, which is another boss fight. And then that's it. And then it should unlock actually the optional Hunk challenge run, which is only about 20 minutes long, but apparently very difficult. So we're going to be trying all that later tonight on the late stream. That should be fun. A good send-off for Resident Evil after playing it all, you know, almost every day since Friday of last week. Yesterday was our only day away from it, right? Then, like I said, tomorrow's my day off. When we come back on Friday, I'll be resuming my days of balance between a main game and chill, fun stuff. What I mean by that is Friday will be Kingdom Hearts 3 paired with Minecraft. I know we haven't done Minecraft in over a week now, and those who really like those streams are craving more. There will be more of that tomorrow night. Or, excuse me, Friday night. Excuse me. Saturday will be Kingdom Hearts 3 paired with the return of Black Ops 4 Blackout, which people have also been craving for a while. All right? Then on Sunday, we're going to play it by ear. It'll either be more Kingdom Hearts 3, or maybe I'll, for one day, return back to Dark Souls Remastered for variety's sake, to mix something else different in there. We'll see. Sunday, I may be able to do a double stream. I have to think about this because I'm trying to think. The first is Friday, so that means patron stuff will process. So by Sunday, I should be able to send the patrons their messages, letting them know what perks they've qualified for and the like. But outside of that, there's not much else. So I may be able to do a double stream on Sunday. I think I might, considering the fact that the way things have been going recently, which I'm going to talk about in a moment, everyone. I know you guys don't normally like to talk too much about behind-the-scenes stuff, but I do have to talk a little bit about it on the pre-stream today, okay? But anyway, yeah, I may do a double stream on Sunday, which normally I won't do. And if that's the case, you know, we'll see. Maybe it'll be like Dark Souls and something else chill, or maybe it'll be Dark Souls and Kingdom Hearts. So basically, Kingdom Hearts will be the focus for the next week or so, but there'll be other chill stuff that I'll be balancing it with at night. So that way, it's not just going to be Kingdom Hearts every single day, all right? I don't want it to be the same thing all day, every day, and you guys get completely burnt out, all right? Also, there is the special retrospective event coming up. When is it going to be? Well, let's give it about a week to see how far we can get into Kingdom Hearts. It's definitely going to happen before the new releases hit on February 15th. All right. That would be too late. So it's going to be probably right before then, I'm thinking. We'll see. We'll play it by ear again, but, you know, we'll see where we can fit it in and it makes sense. Okay? Fair enough? All right. So that's what you guys can expect. Kingdom Hearts balanced with other fun, chill stuff. I know many of you have been missing the chill streams. I get that. You know, it's been very grueling this last week between Resident Evil 2, you know, very challenging gameplay, and it turned off a lot of people because they want more relaxing streams, and there's certainly been zero relaxation during the Resident Evil streams. That's for sure. Okay. All right. So very briefly, guys, I got to talk about something important and serious. All right, and then we're gonna move on to the plugs. Then we're gonna move on to shout outs and the like usual for pre-stream, and then we're gonna get right into Kingdom Hearts 3. But gotta talk serious talk for a bit here, guys. Okay, here's the deal. This month was the worst month ever for YouTube, and I say this every January, and every January it's true. YouTube every year ad revenue goes down more. It's not changing anytime soon. From what I've seen, YouTube is just keep going on the downward scale. It's funny because my views on YouTube this month were actually much higher than the last 2 to 3 months. And I know that sounds weird, but yeah, even those months when I had new releases, my views were actually better this month. Because I did various different things, you know. Yes, there were new releases with Resident Evil 2 and now Kingdom Hearts, but that was balanced with fun, chill stuff, my year-end series. For whatever reason, my attendance and viewership on YouTube views were up. The problem is, YouTube has no ads. And I actually noticed for the first 3 weeks of this month, I was putting out hour-long gameplay videos. And those videos were only getting 1 or 2 ads on them. When in reality, they should be getting 5, 6, 7 ads on them. They were barely getting any ads. And because of that, revenue on YouTube, terrible. Absolutely, you know, awful. And you know, the good news is that I don't necessarily just rely on YouTube revenue. Thank God. It's not like it used to be. In fact, primarily I rely on you guys on Twitch. For Twitch this month, it was about an average month. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It's been at least about an average month. Today's being the last streaming day of the month for January. I can basically tell you at this point, it looks like it's pretty much an average month for streaming on Twitch, which is good because there was very few new releases, right? So hopefully that means that when there's months of entire new releases, things will pick up a bit. But for now, you know, on Twitch it was good. However, I'm in a situation now where things are not going very well. Okay? And let me explain what I mean by that. Basically what I mean by that is the following. You know, Resident Evil 2 did pretty good here on Twitch. People showed up, people contributed, it was great. Kingdom Hearts, yesterday, didn't go so well. And what I mean by that is, yeah, attendance was all right. Contributions were all right. But, you know, in general, I know what's happening with Kingdom Hearts 3 is that people are staying away from the streams. In fact, I've seen a ton of people message me, you know, on Twitter, even here in the stream chat recently, and saying, you know, Phil, we appreciate you playing Kingdom Hearts 3. We want you to play Kingdom Hearts 3. We're going to watch your playthrough. But, much like we did with God of War last year, okay, Kingdom Hearts 3 is a huge game that we've been waiting for some time, and now that it's out, we're going to play it for ourselves, and to avoid spoilers, we may not attend your streams, but we're going to watch your playthrough on YouTube, alright? Now, a year ago, that was fine, because when, a year ago, for God of War, 2 things were different. Number 1, YouTube ad revenue was higher than it is right now, it just was, and number 2, my videos on YouTube were still only about 10 to 15 minutes long, so I was putting out way more videos, they had way more advertisements on them that were being viewed, and I was making way more money on YouTube. If you remember, this last summer, per your requests, I changed my YouTube channel up completely and made it so that the videos are an hour long or more. Alright? So because I did that, there is some positive growth on YouTube. I can tell you overall subs are up and viewer engagement is up. All the things that YouTube claims are a good part of a healthy channel, everything's up. Problem is, it doesn't help with money when money is down. Because the fewer videos means I rely on you to watch the entire video with multiple ads placed on it. And that's not what's been happening. Like I told you guys, this month in particular, it's been completely screwy. Where I'm putting out hour-long videos, it's supposed to show 5, 6 ads, and it's showing 1 or 2. So I'm making way less money than I should be on YouTube. And like I said, this is by far the worst month I've ever had running ads and doing YouTube at all. And it sucks because I'm up. How can I be up yet way down? And this happens every January. YouTube fucks this stuff up and does this terribly. Because as I said every year, they do a horrible job. If they actually did their jobs well, they would be able to find valid ads and ad space and fill the ad space with good ads that paid, and no one would have to have a dip in January. But they don't do their jobs well at all. We all know this. YouTube sucks. The people who work there are terrible. They do an awful job. They ruin the site constantly. They just screw stuff up, and they don't do a good job selling ad space. And yet, they still remain the top video sharing website because they have a monopoly. So, this all sucks. And I don't like talking about this stuff. I don't. But here's the deal. Last year with God of War, it didn't matter that people didn't show up to streams and didn't contribute on streams for God of War because it made up for itself with the YouTube viewership and the YouTube ad revenue. With Kingdom Hearts, this isn't going to happen. I can tell you right now, it's just not going to happen. Ads are way down. In fact, we probably won't see an increase in ad revenue on YouTube until March or April, because typically that's about when it jumps back up again. Okay? So that being said, it sucks because what's going to happen here is you're going to have people who are going to be supportive and are going to show up to the streams, and they're not going to know any different. You know, the streams are going to be good. Keep in mind, Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be an incredibly long playthrough. All right, it is. It's going to be a very long playthrough. Probably upwards of 60 to 80 hours, much like the Dragon Quest XI playthrough was. And I am going to be focusing on it at least, you know, for a month to 2 months. And as a game on and off. For one week here, at least, or more, it'll be the main focus. And then after that, it's going to probably be a game I balance with other stuff. Being that the game is so damn long. Okay, so that being said, what I need to do is appeal to you guys. Now, most of you who are here on stream are people who watch on stream anyway. So what I'm hoping is that people will watch this pre-stream on YouTube. Maybe you're someone who watches my pre-streams on YouTube and watches the videos on YouTube, okay? Or I also put this up on Twitter last night, explaining the situation. And of course, a bunch of Twitter trolls attacked it because they're complete idiots. And they don't understand the situation. Oh, it's greed. Phil wants more. He always wants more. No, it's. I just want to keep what I got. And if I see a dip in income over a course of a month or two, because I'm playing Kingdom Hearts and no one's, really attending or contributing during the streams, and only watching on YouTube, and I'm making no money on YouTube, that means I can't pay my bills. All right. And that's the situation I'm facing right now. Is Kingdom Hearts 3 is a playthrough. I played it for one day. I've enjoyed it a ton, and I want to keep playing and playing at my own pace and doing side content and having fun and treating it like a full-fledged playthrough. I don't want to rush through it. I don't want to have it go on the back burner. I want it to be a fun game we can all experience together, but if that's the case, I need help in order to get through it. You see what I mean? And it sucks because it's hilarious that there's other games, for example, Dragon Quest XI, all right, is actually the complete opposite of this situation. Dragon Quest XI, a lot of people watched me play and didn't, let me take this back. Not a lot of people watched me play, but the people who watched me play were very supportive on the streams. They came out and they were contributing, all right, because they appreciated me playing a lengthy JRPG that a lot of other streamers wouldn't cover like I did. You know, for 2+ months, I covered it and did a full playthrough, 80+ hours. With Kingdom Hearts 3, those people who normally would have come and been supportive aren't on the streams because they don't want to be spoiled. You see what I mean? So, because this is a hot new release, it's actually biting me in the butt because it's a new game people don't want spoiled. They're not showing up to the stream. That's not good. All right. So what I said on Twitter last night was, if you're planning on watching my Kingdom Hearts 3 playthrough, and you're planning on watching it on YouTube to avoid spoilers, that's all well and great. But if that's the case for you, please consider contributing in another way. Whether it's pledging to my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil, buying some merch for my Teespring shop, or maybe one day just swinging by a pre-stream and cheering, subbing, or tipping to contribute via that method. Any of those work, you know. You don't even have to stick around for the stream to avoid spoilers. Just come by, contribute a little bit, because the YouTube ad revenue just ain't cutting it anymore. You know, it's not. And it sucks. I don't like talking about this shit. I don't. I hate it. I don't want to have to bring this up. I don't want to have to make my streams about this. I want to just be about fun gameplay. But yesterday, I'll be very honest with you guys, I had a great day playing this game, and I was terrified. Because I'm like, this is going to be a 60 to 80 hour playthrough, and if every day turns out slow that I play Kingdom Hearts, this is not good. And in fact, I'm not gonna beat around the bush, guys. You know how today is not all Kingdom Hearts? This is a major reason why. You know how Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I just said I'm gonna balance Kingdom Hearts with other stuff? This is why. Because doing a full day of it yesterday, I saw so many people stayed away to avoid spoilers that it's not gonna work. I can't do this as a full day. I have to balance this with stuff that people will actually show up for on streams. Because I'm relying on the streams to support me. Being quite honest. Alright. So there you go. That's the deal, everybody. So, apologies that I even have to bring this up. But in a nutshell, I like Kingdom Hearts 3. I want to keep playing it at my own pace and do a full playthrough. But YouTube is not cutting it for support anymore. Just watching on YouTube, sadly, isn't helping enough anymore. So if you plan on watching this playthrough not on streams and not contributing on the streams, please, if you can, contribute via another way. Anything helps. Trust me. Some people say, oh, I can't help. I can just toss $1. $1 helps, man. Seriously. You don't even get it. You know, don't look at it. Seriously, don't. Don't look at it like, oh my God, this is so, I can't help Phil because I can only throw $1 in or whatever. Dude, that's not what it's about at all. It's about many, many people contributing and it adding up. That's how it's always been with me. It's not about, oh, one person comes in and contributes huge. Even though when that happens, it helps. It's the opposite. It's many people who are watching something just contributing a little bit helps tremendously. You guys have no idea. All right? So, please consider it. All right? Please consider contributing if all you can. By the way, I'm going to do shout-outs later, but thank you very much to Captain DCW who just did a very generous tip. That's much appreciated. And I'm going to talk about that in a moment, too, how the tips are going to help me out in the next week or two, okay? All right, so, all that being said, thank you guys for the support. I do appreciate that. And hopefully, you know, things will work out. I don't want to say, oh, after a week of playing it, I have to stop playing Kingdom Hearts because no one's showing up and no one's contributing. I don't want to say that. I want this to be successful. But I sadly have to rely on this. You know, I can't just rely on, oh, everything's going to be hunky-dory and fine if I don't mention anything because I can't anymore. You know, because of YouTube being so stupid and unreliable and screwy and screwing everything up. I have to have moments like this that suck ass. Okay? So, I apologize for that. Alright? I do. But hopefully, things work out. Alright? So, that's the deal, guys. That's what's going on. I am hoping that, you know, some people will, who are watching the YouTube videos, will actually come over here and hang out with us and will either watch a little bit and contribute or, you know, through other means, whatever it may be. Because I know for a fact I still have a huge YouTube audience. I'm still getting, on average, roughly around 1 million views a month. Sometimes it goes up and down, but it's around 1 million views a month on YouTube. And that's a lot for a channel that basically is just an archive channel. You know what I mean? And I know those people watch this stuff. They watch the pre-streams. They watch the videos. And they just take it for granted that everything's good. When in reality, you know, it's just because I'm not making videos exclusively for YouTube that they don't really hear a lot of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes, you know. So, that's the deal, everyone. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you. The thing is, for those of you who are here live, you're really not even the people I'm appealing to right now. You guys already are supported. You guys already come out. You guys already contribute. You're not the people who I'm really, you know, speaking to right now. I'm more trying to direct this towards the people who don't tune into the streams normally, who don't contribute normally via this method, all right? All right, so fair enough. All right, now I got that out of the way. I know it sucks that I have to bring it up. I got that out of the way. Here's hoping that things turn around. We got about 2 weeks until the new releases in February. Let's hope that these are a good 2 weeks. I mean, I'm going to give you guys a perfect example here of the hilarity of some of the stupid shit that people say. So, last night I posted basically this message up on Twitter trying to appeal to the YouTube viewers. And I got some positive feedback, I got some positive responses. And then, of course, 1,000 troll responses of negativity. It's greed. And oh, it's Phil's greed. Phil's greed. Let me tell you guys the truth of the matter here. Things are so tight right now, money-wise for me, that I can't even renew my Adobe Premiere Pro subscription. It expires, I think, February 7th. I just got an email about it. So to renew it, it costs over $200, and I can't do it. Basically what I did is I sat down and I looked at my finances and I looked at how much do I really use Adobe, and the answer is not that much. I don't really edit videos that much anymore. As you guys know, I'm a live streamer. That's really my forte. I don't really edit game reviews. I don't really edit anything in videos anymore. Even my year-end series, I didn't edit, right? So that being said, you know, I look at it like, this is just something I think I have to cut. As much as it sounds ridiculous, someone's a full-time content creator and won't have a video editor. Yeah, I don't think I can afford it. I don't think I can afford over $200. I think it's like $250 or something crazy for the year subscription. I can't afford it, you know? So that's something I think I'm just not going to renew, and I'm just going to cut it out of my budget. You know, it's something else I can't afford anymore. I just last night sat down and paid some more bills. I know, because I just paid bills on Sunday. I had to pay more bills. I had to pay a $200 sewer tax bill for a condo in Connecticut I don't live in, and I don't use the sewer. But the city doesn't give a fuck. They bill me $200 twice a year for sewer use, even though I don't live there. This is one of the kind of shit that I have to put up with. So yeah, it sucks, but that's life, you know. That's the situation I'm in. Is I'm trying to cut back as much as I can on everything I can. Minimal spending and everything. And that, you know, because I have to. Trust me, not that I want to. I have to. Because of what's going on now with income and everything. And hopefully things will pick up. Typically things pick up, you know, a little bit more within 1 to 2 months here. But this is just a shitty situation I'm stuck in right now. Okay? All right. So now let's move on from that, everyone. All right, let's move on from that crap. Let's do the plug segment. How can you guys contribute? Those of you who are on stream already know this, but I'm going to go through it anyway. Today's the 30th of January. Tomorrow's the final day of January. That means you have 1 day left to pledge to my Patreon if you'd like to contribute via that method. Check it out at patreon.com/darksidefil. Your monthly pledges to my Patreon earn you personal perks, which are basically ways that I give back for the things that you guys contribute. Okay? And, you know, many good things, like being able to nominate or vote on things for special events. Right now, patrons are still nominating their favorite moments of my 10-year content creation history for the upcoming retrospective event, right? Or you can get verbal shout-outs in my videos that I do, such as Ask the King, or you can get a private Q&A video made. You can get your questions answered on Ask the King guaranteed. There's different perk levels. Give it a look. Patreon.com/darksidefil, and thank you to anyone who contributes. It's much appreciated. Okay? Also, there's my Teespring shop where I sell merchandise. You guys know all about that. I'm not going to go into detail about it. But I love the Teespring merch. It's high-quality stuff. I own a ton of it, so I can attest to the quality myself. Give it a look, teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. Okay? All right, so if you were here live on stream and you would like some fun interactivity today, you want to get a shout-out for your contributions, well, if you either cheer, sub, or tip me today, I will give you a shout-out. All right? So it's a great way to contribute, especially Kingdom Hearts, even though there's a lot of story elaboration. It's a great way to add some interactivity to the streams when otherwise I'd just be hyper-focused on the game. All right? There's a stream stats leaderboard in effect. You guys can see it at the bottom of your screen. If you're either the top cheerer or top tipper of the day, I will get you up on said leaderboard. All right? Keep in mind we have eliminated ties. There will no longer be ties on the leaderboard. It's going to be first come, first serve basis. If you're the first person to do the top cheer or top tip, you'll get up there. If someone ties you, well, that person will still get a shout out, but you will not bump you off the leaderboard. You'll stay up there until someone actually beats your current top cheer or top tip. All right? FYI, guys, I've been mentioning this the past few days. I really need your help right now in regards to tipping. Reason being, I have bills coming due in the next 2 weeks, and I really need your support in order to help afford paying all of them. In the middle of this month, all right, when I finally get paid by Twitch for this month, February coming out, I'm going to get all of the revenue from those gifted subs from Emerald 7. That's going to be good. That's going to help me through a couple months. And some of that money, hopefully, is going to be able to go towards the taxes that I owe in April. All right. So that's going to help. But until we get there, I've got 2 weeks to get through here where I basically need to afford to pay all my bills. And I don't know how I'm going to do it because revenue is terrible right now. You know, just like I said, with YouTube and everything going on, it's not good. So if you could tip me, tipping helps the most right now because tipping is funds I get right away. And that could be put straight towards bills. Okay? So that being said, please consider tipping me on today's streams. There's 2 ways you could tip. Below the stream, there's a button that says Tips Jar you can click on. Or if you don't see that button, you can type !tip into the stream chat. That'll bring up the tip command. That is definitely, for the next 2 weeks at least, my preferred way of contribution. Since tips, I can literally put right to the bank account and put it straight towards bills. Okay, everyone? Fair enough? Makes sense? I hope that you understand. I still appreciate cheering and subbing. They still help me tremendously, but those are more long-term thing. While tipping is going to help me in the short term. Okay? All right. All right, guys, let's get to shout-outs. And then we can finally get to gameplay. Again, I apologize for having pre-streams like this where I got to talk at length about stuff. Okay? All right, so actually what I should do is I should refresh because I did not refresh my screen. Meaning that it probably, if anyone contributed overnight, I'm not going to see it. Hold on. Okay. All right. So we actually had one overnight contribution. It was actually this morning, right before the stream started. Tanamouner did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you very much, Tanamouner, for the cheer. I appreciate that very much. Alrighty. Now, starting up with shout-outs for those who contributed during today's stream. We start off with Uzi Go Hard, who did a 50-bit cheer. It's sup, brother. What's up, Uzi? Good to see ya. Hardy Book cheered. He says, lots of news on the PS5 this week with huge specs, and Sony's first-party studios are now announcing that they're focusing their next-gen titles on it. Are you excited for the PS5, Philly boy? I mean, yes and no. I'm excited for it because whenever there's a new console, you get hype. You get a lot of attention on it. You know, people want to see games on a launch of a console for sure. Even if it's a shitty game, you still want to see, is this game any good, right? So typically, around the launch of a new console, you get lots of hype. You know, even if it's not a good console, like the Wii U launch, still had hype around it, even though the Wii U was a piece of garbage. So yeah, I'm excited, you know, getting a new console, playing new games, seeing how they look and everything. But I'll be very honest, I'm very skeptical. You know, I really feel the PS4, Xbox One era was an era when we were promised the world and we were under-delivered on constantly. We were told that these consoles would be so powerful that finally we'd be able to get PC-level graphics, you know, and we'd be able to get the best, most robust gameplay experiences. In reality, okay, that's not what happened. In reality, we still got games that ran terribly. Yes, many and most of the games this console generation ran at a native 1080p resolution, which is great. Many of them barely ran at 30 frames per second. And a lot of games, you know, should have been running at 60 plus frames per second and weren't. And the thing that gets me is, oh, okay, the next console generation will be more powerful and we're going to design more games for higher resolutions in 4K. No. How about instead of that, just tell me you're going to deliver on the promises that you promised on the last gen and never delivered on. You know what I mean? When I buy a new game for $60, it shouldn't be running at 25 frames per second. You know, this is supposed to be modern gaming, and we're at a point now where games on my phone run better than games on my console. That's not good. That's not a good thing at all. That's pathetic, you know? My mobile games run at 60 frames, but my console games can't. You know what I mean? And it's funny, Timbo Slicer said the thing is Xbox One X can run 4K games, but no third-party devs use that power. Right. Like, we keep being promised all this potential, and no one utilizes it. It's like game devs aren't interested in making games that run well or something. I don't know. So to me, it's like, the PlayStation 5 will be out in 2020. Wow, that's great. And will we still get the same fucking graphics again? The same choppiness? You see what I mean? Like, oh, that's a launch title, forgive it. No, I'm done forgiving it. If I'm going to drop, between $400 to $600, which you know it's going to cost for the next console, if I'm going to drop that much money, okay, then I'm expecting that I'm going to get something for that money. Not you drop all that money and then you play the same quality game you've been playing for the last 15 years. And I hate to say it, there's been very few experiences that on the modern consoles have been better than last gen. I'd say probably maybe 15 to 20 games that I've played in the last 5 years have had graphics that have blown me away compared to last gen. Outside of that, just kind of meh, So it's hard for me to get excited about a new console launch next year when current gen consoles never delivered on what they promised, and now they want to sell me new hardware again, I mean, I've got PS4 Pro, and the games don't run at 60 frames half the time. You see what I mean? On the better level of console that's more expensive, they don't run at 60 frames. So, PS5 will probably have more detail to the graphics. Every game at 1080p, if not higher. All the promises of the best possible. And then the games will run at 20 frames. And I don't, it just frustrates me. It does. So, we'll see what happens, I guess, over the next year. More than likely, we will be getting more information on PlayStation 5. We will be getting more information on games for it. And, we'll see how all that goes. But being that I bought the hype, I expected Xbox One and PS4 to deliver, and honestly, in my honest opinion, outside for a small handful of games, they really didn't. They were very underwhelming console experiences, especially with the fact that when you take a look at something like Xbox that took a step back, Xbox 360 had the absolute best dashboard, the best voice chat and communication system, the best matchmaking, everything was good. It was definitely the console leader for last gen. And then how they completely lost their way this last generation. Just because a new console is coming out doesn't guarantee that console is going to be advancement. Sometimes it's 2 steps forward, 10 steps back for these companies. So let's hope that if PS5 is coming out in 2020, Sony doesn't lose their fucking minds and completely disable half the features you love and screw the console up like Xbox did. Okay? So there you go. All right. Shout out to Oblivion Wing, who just did a 200-bit cheer and says, "Greetings, Phil. Have you heard about Subnautica? Is this something you would consider having as a chill stream?" Well, yeah, people told me about Subnautica. And I know about it. I know it exists. And people said this could be another game that could be chill stream potential. Because my chill streams have been so successful, over the last few months, that maybe this is something new to add to the rotation. I would definitely consider it. Okay, right now, I think between Blackout and Minecraft, we have enough chill stream stuff for now. But undoubtedly, over time, these chill streams and their content and everything will start to die out and get a little older, and people will want variety, okay? So I hear you. Yes, it is something that definitely I'm considering doing in the future, and thank you for the suggestion. There you go. All right, so Oblivion Wing is the top cheer for the day. We got him up on the leaderboard there. Thank you very much, Oblivion Wing. Timbo Slice cheers. He says, "Phil, I'm crazy for another day of Kingdom Hearts 3. Our temperatures here are negative 50 degrees with wind chill. My office is closed, so I have a full day of fun ahead." That's good. Thank you, Timbo, for joining me. So right now, Kingdom Hearts, and tonight, conclusion of Resident Evil 2. Anyone who's frozen in the Midwestern United States, I feel for you. That really sucks. In fact, there's been winter warnings that people, if they go outside, could have frostbite within minutes. That's not good. So please, if you're experiencing this, stay indoors, stay warm, chill out, have a nice cup of hot cocoa or tea, a nice coffee, and sit back and relax and enjoy my streams for the day. Should be a fun day. Ace H here says, between 1 to 10, how infested are you in the Kingdom Hearts lore? Infested? How infested? I think he meant to say, how invested am I? Okay. Let's try this again. between 1 and 10, how invested am I in the Kingdom Hearts lore? Well, when it comes to Sora and the main cast and Mickey and Riku and all that, I would say probably an 8. Like, these are the characters who I followed along since the beginning. But all these other supplementary characters that have been added in, all the 100 million Organization 13 characters and shit, it's very hard to keep track of what's going on. So, I am invested, and I am interested in the story and what's going to happen. But at the same time, it's very confusing to try to keep up with all the shit. Alright? So, I am invested, and I'll be honest, those recap cutscenes yesterday did help me. Because if they didn't have those, I would have no fucking clue who anyone is or what's going on. At least now I kind of have a clue. Alright? So I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best to understand what's happening. And I hope you guys will continue to help me with that. So that I know what's going on and I don't get so lost in it that I have no clue what's happening. Alright? So thank you for that. KH3 again. He said, if you're not getting enough funding for Kingdom Hearts 3... my suggestion is move it to a late night stream after this week. You can move more profitable games to the main afternoon streams. Well, as I said, what I think I'm going to do today, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and probably a good chunk of next week, Kingdom Hearts 3 will be the main featured stream. Because what I'd like to do is maybe get a good 20 plus hours into it. You know, get a good chunk into the story. And then see what happens. If people actually heed my warnings and my requests, and people start coming by and contributing on streams, and or if the YouTube viewers contribute via other methods, whether it's Patreon or whatever, and then, things turn out well, then we'll just keep going. But maybe after a week of playing it, I might have to mix it up and change it up. I might have to. And like you said, maybe make it the nighttime stream, and then during the daytime, I'll go back to Dark Souls, or, Black Ops 4 multiplayer, or whatever it is, you might just have to do it. But we'll see. Let's see what happens. Okay? Okay. Shout out to Captain DCW. I already gave him a shout out earlier, but I definitely want to give him another shout out. He tipped me $50. Thank you very much, man. So, thank you very, 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 very much. I can assure you, Captain, those funds are going to bills this week, coming up, and it is very much appreciated, your contribution, so thank you for that very much. So, you're up on the leaderboard. Uzi Go Hard cheered and says, I think maybe the streams of Kingdom Hearts 3 aren't doing so well because you're playing on easy. First of all, that's complete misinformation. I'm not playing on easy. I'm playing on standard. I'm playing on what the game developers determined should be the standard gameplay experience for their game. Now, people were telling me I should play on Proud. I've never played Kingdom Hearts on Proud before, and previous Kingdom Hearts games that I played playing on normal, I had some difficulty. So I said, I'm just going to play it on normal. Well, so far, I've played it for 6 hours, and it seems, not very challenging. Now, what's hilarious is, here you go, Riku and Cresta Angel in stream chat say, well, standard is easy. Wrong. Standard is standard. It doesn't matter what you think because you're a fanboy of the series. When something is called standard difficulty, that is the standard difficulty for that game. Alright? So if it's easy to get through, it's still the standard difficulty. So stop talking out of your asses, because that's not the case, all right? It's just not. And I'm tired of people saying, oh, well, I'm a fanboy of the series, and I know that the standard difficulty actually isn't so challenging, so that means hard is standard. No, standard is standard, all right? And if anything, if you say, oh, the game's too easy on standard, that is the fault of the game developer, not the fault of the fucking streamer playing the game. That's the fault of the game developer for fucking their game up and calling the difficulty levels the wrong thing. Alright? So if anything, maybe the game should have had baby mode, easy mode, standard mode, and proud mode. Or maybe don't even have proud mode. Just have baby mode, easy mode, and standard mode. You see what I mean? If they named it wrong, that's their fault, not mine. And you should stop trying to basically be apologetic for the game. Oh, well, standard is easy, and you should have known that. No, I shouldn't have. That's the fault of Square Enix, and they should be called out for it. All right? So stop with trying to basically apologize for game developers. They don't deserve it. Okay? They don't. They need to be called out when they fuck up. And if that is the case, and if all of Kingdom Hearts combat is too easy for the rest of the game, that's Square Enix's fault, and they should be called out for it, and in game reviews, people should be honest about it. It shouldn't be, oh, we sugarcoat this and say, but it's okay because we waited 13 years, so the game's a 10 out of 10. No, fuck that. Be honest about it, okay? Okay, so, the bottom line, though, is, Uzi Go Hard, I don't think that's the problem. A lot of people aren't really here to see me be incredibly challenged by the combat of a JRPG. What they want is a fun gameplay experience, which I think you are going to get if you watch me play this game. I think the problem here is, like I said, so many people have been waiting for this game for so long. It's been the hyped game experience of 2019 that they don't want to be spoiled. So they're going to watch on YouTube after the fact because they're going to play for themselves and then watch on YouTube to avoid spoilers at their own pace. That's fine, but sadly, YouTube ad revenue is terrible right now, as I explained earlier on the stream. So that's what I think the problem is with the streams right now in regards to this game. It's not that, oh, the combat's too easy. It's, oh, I don't want to spoil on the plot of the game, so I'm going to watch on YouTube later. And sadly, that's not going to support the entirety of the playthrough. It's just not, okay? All right, I received an anonymous $4 tip. Thank you to the anonymous $4 tipper. Tewoldy or T-Wold, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I apologize. Tip me $2, and my roommate showed me to you. You're a pretty cool guy. Thank you very much. And I want to say shout out to your roommate because that's what it's all about. You know, I've always been the grassroots indie guy. I've never had promotion by any major company. Even when I was partnered with major companies, they wouldn't promote me. I've never had major sponsorship from anybody. It's all about word of mouth. That's why I'm still here after 10 years, people enjoying my stuff, and via word of mouth, keeping me alive. So shout out to your roommate, and thank you for your contribution. Thanks very much. Timbo Slice cheered. He says, this is the rest of my bits for a while. I know not a lot, but here you go. Hope with a new month on Saturday, it turns out better for you. Thank you, Timbo. Kanji Monster cheered says, you could stop recording videos and stream more instead of uploading videos for hours. Sorry to keep things fucking you over, though. No, see, here's the deal. I know for a fact that there are people who can only watch on YouTube because Twitch maybe takes up too much bandwidth, and they try to watch Twitch streams and they end up being laggy. So watching on YouTube is really the only way that they can watch. I know that the only reason I'm popular is because of my YouTube following, and there are still thousands of people who watch my content exclusively on YouTube who've been there since the start. It would be incredibly selfish of me to say I'm just going to stop uploading to YouTube. All right? It just would be. It wouldn't be fair, and at the same time, I want you to understand, even though YouTube ad revenue is at its absolute worst right now, it's going to get better. It always picks up during the course of the year. It always does. And, you know, there's always potential that my channel can grow. Yes, DSPGaming, sadly, is not doing so well because of less videos. At the same time, I am getting more subs than ever. And I am getting into what's called YouTube's favorable algorithm for engagement, because overall engagement, viewership on my channel is increasing slowly. It's very slowly, but I figure after maybe a year or two of putting out these longer videos, the vast majority of people who watch my channel will be watching longer videos, longer engagement. That'll get the channel up there in the rankings, okay? So, hopefully, eventually, things will turn around with YouTube, all right? That's what I hope. But we don't know. You never know what's going to happen, okay? So, let's see, all right? But in the meantime, thank you for the support. Your boy Bob did a 100-bit cheer and said Adobe is a scam. I don't know about that. Basically, Adobe has two ways you can get their programs, either a monthly subscription or a yearly, but they did away with their monthly subscription. Now you have to buy the yearly. So, that's why I can't afford it. I can't afford Premiere Pro. I can't afford $250 to $300 right now. I just can't. So, yeah. But they're not a scam, and Premiere Pro is a great program, by the way. Okay? All right. Your boy Bob resub for the 26th month in a row. Thank you very much, your boy Bob, for the resub. That is much appreciated. Gabe tipped me $1 and says, Phil, I enjoy your streams. Keep up the work, my friend. Thank you, Gabe. Piranha Plant tipped me $1 and says, when you're coming back to Smash to play with me, we got a new patch and a server update. Come back and get your money's worth. I do have Piranha Plant because I pre-ordered Smash, so I will get Piranha Plant for free. What I would say is, now the Piranha Plant has been released this week, what I may do is, coming up, one of my upcoming late night streams, I'll probably this week try out Piranha Plant, okay? So maybe Sunday, maybe Monday, my night stream will be Smash, and it'll be all about Piranha Plant, just trying out Piranha Plant in Smash to see what the capabilities are or whatever. Okay? So, there you go. And I will let you guys know when that's coming, but that is something I am adding to my agenda in the next week. All right? BBman Gaming Cheers, are you playing Resident Evil 2? Yes, that is tonight's late stream. I'll be finishing up the Claire Side B campaign and trying out Hunk's secret unlockable campaign after that. So that's tonight. It's the conclusion of Resident Evil 2 tonight. Biology Bob tip me $1 and says, why don't you build a PC with the money you would use to buy all the next-gen consoles? Are you worried about not being able to play console exclusives? Yeah, there's two things. Number one, console exclusives are a huge thing. If I were not able to play console exclusives in the last few years, that means I wouldn't have been able to play some of the most popular games. The best game last year was God of War, and it was a console exclusive. You see what I mean? Number two, sadly, PCs constantly are in a state of flux and constantly are in a state of being outdated. So I could spend $600 to $1,000 to buy a next-gen PC instead of spending that money on a console. Number one, it would not be a top-of-the-line PC. It would be like a mid-range PC. Number two, it would probably last about 6 months to a year until it's outdated, and then the new games need something better. You see what I mean? That's kind of the situation you're always in with PC gaming. Yes, if you want to be top of the line, you have to be PC gaming. At the same time, it's too expensive. I can't afford it. I can't afford to be a PC gamer anymore. Okay? So there you go. All right. Big Man Gaming cheered again. He said, how can I make my heart stop beating fast when I get angry at games? The best way you can do that is called breathing control. And you must learn how to control your anger and your breathing in order to slow down a fast heart rate. And I cannot tell you too much about that. You want to research it yourself. Gabe to me another $1 says, are my tips not going through? Oh, no, they are, Gabe. Just that, you know, I was behind on reading all these shout-outs. He says, good luck on your streams. Much love, brother. Thank you very much, Gabe. I appreciate that. Baby Man Gaming cheered again. He says, does our back hurt from sitting on the couch for prolonged durations in one day? I'll be honest with all you guys. Yeah, if I just sat here and didn't take breaks and move around, my back would actually hurt me. So that's why I take breaks and move around. You know, I need to take a break at least once a stream. People are like, oh, but whenever Phil takes a break on stream, he loses half of his viewing audience. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but then I don't die. Because if I just sat here and didn't move all day, I could get blood clots. My back could hurt me. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure that my personal health and longevity doing this is better than losing a few viewers. So that's why I take a break during the stream. Okay? All right. Timbo cheered. He says, I'm sorry, but people complain you're not playing on hard. It must not be longtime fans. It must be starting drama. You've always been playing games on normal mode. It's rare you ever played a game on hard like you're doing with Resident Evil 2. That's right. And in fact, Timbo, the games that I usually play on hard, there's a good reason. For example, Resident Evil 2, I already played the original game just a few years ago. It would kind of be silly to play it again on standard. You see what I mean? Challenging myself with hardcore has been very, very grueling and full of rage. At the same time, it adds something to the playthrough because I just played the game a few years ago. So yeah, if there's a game that I've already played in the past, I don't want to keep replaying it at the same difficulty level over and over. I don't want to keep replaying it the same way over and over. If it adds a twist or adds more interest to a playthrough, I'll do it on a harder difficulty. But you're absolutely right. New releases, I always play on standard difficulty. Okay? Because the bottom line is, if you're playing on hard, you're not getting the default experience. And I'll be honest with everyone. Playing Resident Evil on hard has been very, very frustrating because of ink ribbon usage being limited, enemies basically being bullet sponges and not dying. It's very frustrating. But how can I blame the game when I chose to play on hardcore, right? I could have played on standard, which apparently in that game is a cakewalk. So there you have it. That's what I mean. So if I play Kingdom Hearts, a new game on hard, proud mode or whatever, and I don't have a good time, that's on me. If I'm going to be an honest person who at the end of the playthrough, I want to give you my honest reactions and feedback to what I thought about the game, I have to play it on the standard difficulty. Because if I don't, I can't give you a valid opinion on the game, period. Alright? Dude Frozen. Did a 50-bit cheers maybe hold back on new releases in the future, or at least try it. See if you wait a week, then play it. Maybe stream attendance would be better. Here's the thing. 2 reasons why I don't want to do that. Number 1, it's few and far between games that people will stay away from the streams. Kingdom Hearts 3 is one of those cases. God of War was one of those cases. And I'll even say to some extent Red Dead Redemption 2 was one of those cases. Where it's a hot new release. It's so hot that people are going to stay away from the streams at least for like a week, okay? So, no, if I stay away from every new release, that wouldn't make sense. Because it only affects certain really overhyped new releases. And number 2, I'm going to be honest, as a gamer, I told you guys, yes, I do this as a job, but I'm also a gamer. As a gamer, I want to play the new releases at release. You know, I do. I have been excited for Kingdom Hearts just like you guys. I'm not going to force myself to not play the game now for a fucking week while everyone else gets to experience it. Because I do this for a living. Now I have to wait to play the game for a week. Nah, fuck that. You know, I'm not going to basically screw myself over in that regard. So, yeah, I mean, it sucks that we get these situations. I just think that what we need to do here is we need to have a situation where when people realize if you're just going to watch on YouTube, that's not enough anymore. If you want to see me continue to be here and be successful and not lose my goddamn house and all this stuff, I still need support via other methods, okay? Just being honest. Keyblade Master Deadly Daddy cheered and said, even Proud Mode in this game is easy anyway. So either, you know, it's kind of like, that's the scapegoat. Oh, people aren't going to show up to the Kingdom Hearts streams because Phil's not playing on Proud Mode. That's the scapegoat. Even if I played on Proud Mode, the same thing would happen, you know? So, I'm not going to listen to that bullshit. I'm just not, okay? 2-Bar King did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you very much, 2-Bar King. I appreciate that. Babyman Gaming did a 100-bit cheer. He said, what are my thoughts on the Fire Festival and have I seen the documentary on Netflix? I have 0 thoughts about Fire Festival, and I don't care about it, and I'm not watching the documentary on Netflix. But thank you for the cheer. Keyblade Master Deadly Daddy cheers. The Proud Mode is easy too. Attraction rides are still too OP in that as well. Well, there you go. Timbo Slice cheered again. He says, people seem to not understand how game devs are trying to make games mainstream unlike years ago. Most times, normal mode is more easy than in the past due to game devs looking to get more people to play games and enjoy the story, and not quite due to the game being hard for the casual players. There you go. And I received a $1 tip from a troll whose message I'm not going to read because it's absolutely disgusting. But thank you for the $1 tip regardless. All right, so we are actually up to $61 in tips. Obviously, thank you guys very much so far for the support. Again, the best way right now, if you really want to help me out to support me, is to tip me. Tipping me allows me to put those funds directly towards bills in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I do need the help a lot, okay? So please consider tipping me if at all you can. If not, cheering and subbing is still much appreciated and helps me long term, while the tipping is going to help me short term. Fair enough? Perfectly perfect. Thank you for the cheer. I'm not going to address the ridiculousness of what you just said, because guess what? It has nothing to do with anything, and you can easily find that stuff for yourself. So go ahead. All right. Lee Ranner says, when you and I were kids, games were way, way harder than they were today. Of course. You know, Nintendo games were some of the hardest ever made. That was a lot of games you couldn't even save, you know. Gaming today is a much different experience than how gaming started. That's for sure. It's a much different overall, just in general, kind of experience playing a game today than it used to be playing a game back in the day. I mean, hell, even just look at some of the playthroughs I do that, oh, here's a PS1 or PS2 era game Phil missed and do a throwback playthrough. And the game's like super fucking hard, right? And then you play a modern game and it's like, I feel like I'm not even playing a game. It's just, what am I even doing here? There's no challenge, so. I hear you. I get you. Babyman Gaming says, do you think Kingdom Hearts 3 is too easy? Right now, for the early parts of the game, yes, I do feel the combat is far too easy. Okay? Doesn't mean it's not an enjoyable experience. I do think the story is great, the graphics are great, the music is great, but right now, the gameplay is kind of meh. There's way too much shit going on, it makes it way too easy. Way too many transformations and stuff. Alright. Let's end the pre-stream. And then let's begin with Kingdom Hearts